Hello and welcome to another installment of the NIKSUN Notebook. Today we're going to be taking a look at how you can create and customize reports on your network traffic with the NIKSUN NetDetector and the NetVCR. To access reports, we first click on the Reports tab at the top. This is going to show us two options, the on-demand reports or scheduled reports. In this instance, we're going to do the on-demand reports, which is going to bring us to the reporting interface. Now, as we can see over here on the left, we have a whole bunch of predefined reports. And let's take a look at some of those right now. In this case, let's pull a talkers report, which is going to show us options of IP, link, top applications, top conversations, and so forth. Let's take a look at that top conversations report. So this report is going to fire up a query box. This is where we can define filters or we can define other reporting options, such as the time frame to actually generate the report. In this case, we're looking at over the last hour. We're not going to put any filters in, although we could. And you can, in fact, do a drop list, and it will give you options for reporting information in those filters. We can also set a report options for clock format and whether or not we want to resolve an IP, and we select the time. In this case, we're going to look at the last 1 hour, but we could naturally drop this and select days, weeks, or months. We could even select specific days, specific weeks, and so forth. So if we click Submit, we're going to get a report for the last hour on the top conversations that the NIKSUN NetDetector and NetVCR has seen. This is going to show us a nice graph as well as an actual table containing all of the host pairs and the hosts themselves that have been talking on the wire in the past hour. Now, once you have this report in place, you can do several things with it. You can go up and save the report, which is going to just save it as a report over here under My Reports. You can schedule this report, meaning that you can click on this button and say, I want this to run every hour or 30 minutes or 2 hours or so forth, and select the time frame that it's going to run. So for instance, you could have this run every hour and show you the top conversations for the past hour. You can then set up subscriptions so it can be emailed to whatever email addresses you put into this field, and you set the subject of the report. You could put it in as top talkers or top conversations. And then you can include a URL for the analysis, meaning that the email, when it's generated, will have a link that will take you right back to that report. And you can obviously specify if that report is a PDF or a CSV. Speaking of PDFs, you can generate a PDF right from the top by clicking OK, and it will create this report as a PDF and download it right to your computer. Or you can set up an email, and then you can just email this one instance of this report, again, with these options to whomever you so choose. You can also do a CSV export, which will dump out the data in a CSV format, and you can import into a spreadsheet or anything else that you might care to do. Some of the other reports here on the left can come in handy just in the predefined reports. We have the application in bytes time and IP packet write, IP bytes versus time. We can actually take a look at that one right now. Again, this is going to be over the last hour, or I could select over the last day, or however I wanted to see the data. And then here's our bytes versus time and how much data has been traversing the network at each minute for the past hour. And we can even go in and dig in and see where this traffic is coming from and going to on a geographic basis. So top country pairs will, I don't want to save that, top country pairs will show us what countries are being accessed to and from this network. Now, if you have your network is using internal addressing, or you're using the NIKSUN NetDetector and NetVCR on an internal network that's using reserved IP addresses, like 192.168 and 172.16, those are going to show up as RFC 1918. That's the RFC that actually defines those reserved ranges. So those are obviously going to be the highest talkers, but we're also going to see in here that we have some traffic from Germany and Asia, and down here with Taiwan, the UK, China, and so forth. These reports can come in handy when you schedule them, so you can get an idea of what your network is doing at any given time, or even on an hourly basis throughout the day or at the end of the week or anything like this. It makes administration and management of your network much easier. And all this is possible with the NIKSUN NetDetector and the NetVCR.